Welcome everyone. Today I will show you how I got to assemble the furniture baggebo from IKEA. Fun fact, in Swedish baggebo means home. So this furniture came in a very nice package. I'm trying to unbox it. So just opened all the labels. So you can see it had a very sleek design. Bit a lengthy unit, so I have to cut open both ends. So this was cushioned at both the ends so that there is no damage while you had to transport it back to your home. So these are some screw sets, bolts and plugs that came as part of this. So this unit has a very lengthy bolts, so I had to just push it open at the other end and pull it out. So these two are the most lengthiest part of the unit. I have to slowly drag it out, so I have to carefully place it on other carpet. So this was around 5 feet. There's one more unit of the same length. So as you can see, both are equal length. So try to handle the package a bit carefully, so sometimes it doubles up. So now you're seeing is the back coverage for this bookshelf, which you eventually unfold it at the end. The shelf has 4 slabs. Trying to get it everything. Yeah, so one more to go. Yeah, and these are some cushion cardboards. Yeah, we have the final self unit, and of course baggebo from IKEA, they show a good legible instruction manual which is self-explanatory. So this is the complete unpackaged unit of this bookshelf. So these are some instructions and precautionary methods which you need to take care. So the first instructions to lay down the lengthiest. So the first instruction is to give a nice tap to the cushions. This goes the bottom of the bookshelf. So there are 4 in counts, 2 in each leg. Make sure you have the right equipment and do some careful maneuvers. To me, you don't have to be more precise to just make it happen, but just make sure the bushes does not flop around off the edges or the grooves of the bookshelf. is you don't have to, topple your toes to that. So now the basement of one of the leg is done. We're trying to move to the other leg. Same thing, just give a nice little tap to the bush. It's very kind of pretty easy to handle though, so you don't have to worry much about that. Not much of an effort. Yep. Now with both the units, both the legs done, so keeping them aside. So the package also had few plugs. So now the second step is to pin in those plugs on 5 of those shelves. So there were around 20 of them, 4 on each shelf, so totally 5. So it comes to 20. So after you just placed it, give a little tap, so the plug goes firmly inside the shelf. Yeah, it looks good. Yep, now the second installation is done. So as you can see, whatever you plugged in, now try to locate the grooves precisely. And as you can see, just a little push, tap it. Yep, we're all done with this. So this is the final and the fifth piece. Once you place it, slowly topple. Make sure the shelf does not come out. So there are 5 bolts, 5 on each side. So totally there are 10 bolts. This also comes as part of the package. So first, I kind of recommend just slightly screw it before you can really go into that. So once you kind of place it, there is an Allen key kind of provided as part of the again package. So you need to tighten it up. Make sure it's all tighten all the way to the head of the screw bolt. So this is how it looks like after you screw in all the 5 bolts. So now this unit is kind of firm on one side. So now the option is to mount the other leg on top of this way. So carefully place them on top of that, and as you can see, so if all the measurements in units it's all okay, this should lock in itself precisely to the measurement. I'm trying to focus here though. Bear with me if you cannot really see them. If it doesn't go, just give a nice little tap on those shelves, but it should fix precisely to the measurement. So now this way it's all settled up. So as you can see, you have 5 more screw bolts on the other end. So I'm just trying to lock them in before I can start screwing in. So now the section 4 is done. So I have my kid also to help me out. So here's the elder one. So you can see this is even more easier even for kids to handle. So now the main part of the shelf is almost ready, almost. So there is still a few more tasks to be done. So this is the back cover of this bookshelf. It is foldable. So I'll try to show you the split place. There's a kind of warning given. Don't have your kids or anybody to lap onto this shelf. It's not recommended. Yeah, so as you can see, it can open by itself. So this is what something we need to latch to the back side of this bookshelf and then nail it up. There are some instructions also given as part of the manual, so we'll go through them eventually. So it fits perfectly to the measurement, so you don't have to cut or screw or do anything. Not much of manual effort. Can be lifted with one hand, very lightweight, very delicate, but kind of sturdy. Yeah. So the exterior has to be brown, the interior of this has to be white so that it looks nice and glossy. So what it says is just mark the edges of the shelf along with the leg. This will guide you to properly nail the back cover with the legs of the bookshelf. So I took up one of my kids' pencil, and that's why I had to take the guy's help. But good. Kind of marked all the places where I'm going to nail the back along with the legs and the shelf. So pretty much we are making our locks and the nail precise. Yeah, once it's all done, so this is how it should look like. Mark it up, have the cupboard placed on the ground, have the covers on the back, ensure interior is all white and the edges is all tightly packed up, and there gives a little kind of equipment to guide the screws, the nails properly inside this particular unit. That makes sure the nail does not go cross or out of the line. So as you can see, these are the spots I'm going to nail the back of the shelf. So now I think we should be in a good position to start nailing it out, nailing it in. Yeah, so this was the unit I was talking about. We that helps to guide the nails properly and precisely. So that just place them, ensure it's all packed to the edges. Please use a hammer, but I didn't have a hammer handy, so I have to use back of my knife. Just give a gentle tap. Sometimes some glue doesn't goes through, so you might have to give a bit of effort. So once you kind of tap in, yeah, it locks itself so that you can make sure, yeah, it's all good. Yeah, as you can see, just a little tap, it goes in. So I did the same thing for all the 5 edges though. Now I decided to go for a couple of nails on the center of this back shelf so that it looks more sturdy and things doesn't fall off when we have anything on the edges, inside edges of the shelf. So kind of had this cardboard handy. So this marks both edges crosses the middle of the shelf precisely at the point so where I can nail it. Simply I'm just trying to nail all 3 points where the back of the cupboard meets the shelf, and it's like, so it's okay. Now we should be in a good position. I think you can see the marks the made with the pencils. So there were only 3, and this is the younger guy who gave me this idea though. Yeah, so the same thing, topple up the nail guider inside out and then give a little tap, because you don't have to make stronger hammer taps here, because the shelf units is kind of compressed wood chips, so there should be obviously some gaps between the wood chips though, so that will make the nail guiding more easier. We are almost done. Yeah, so this is the final finished product. Yeah, this is it. Thanks for watching the entire video. I hope I can share some instructions which is helpful to you. I would sincerely recommend this product to any home. Nice and elegant, bit cozy, and more than comfortable. Thanks, and again, please subscribe. Bye.